The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
Oh, there we go. Cathedral main gate. Door to the cloister. Kitchen door. Stables. He just goes in there to cough. Why did you just go in there to cough? That is so interesting. Okay, so I guess we're not going down to the guest house. We can't do that. Gate. Village. My head's floating in the sea of smoke and building by the fields. Building by the fields? Oh, that's the mill. Why'd they call it building by the fields? That's interesting. Oh, we're gonna... Oh, I'm sorry. I totally interrupted your talking. Sorry.
I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window. But most houses are empty.
Well, that's interesting. Why is it empty? Why is everybody gone? Huh. Hey, there's Brother Paul.
Brother Paul?
Philip.
Ooh, his toes.
Ouch. Oh.
Ooh, I'm gonna give you the hot stone.
Here.
There you go.
Oh. Ouch. Oh. A hot stone. Oh. Ah.
There we go. Good deed for the day.
It's a mercy, Philip. Thank you.
Remigius should give you a fire, or not have you sit here at all.
I don't really mind. Winter is bound to end sometime. Philip, if you ever run into trouble with Remigius, be careful to answer him. Do not stay silent.
Silent?
Nothing makes him angrier than someone who doesn't answer. He becomes weak and defensive. It's not fitting for a sub-prior, let alone prior.
I'm gonna inquire about his foot.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes, and the hot stone really helps, Philip.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Ooh. Okay. Ask about a knight, since
Have
he's
you heard
here
about
on the
a
bridge.
knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
He could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand. and prayed with him while he died.
Did the
Wow.
knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents should be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
What? The new prior will need those documents?
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here, Philip. Maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
How could a letter bring harm?
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
Interesting. Francis Knight had a letter with him. It's probably in the prior's room. Oh, but that guy is in there. Path between trees. Path to the mill. Try to speed this up just a little bit. Oh, but he's here. Oh, poop.
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
Oh, Ooh, here we go. Maybe
Brother
if...
Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus. I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is something we cannot take lightly.
Okay, so are you gonna leave? Nope. Oh, I get the achievement, Tattletale.
About the keys that were stolen by Brother Marcus.
I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me.
Okay.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
Yeah. Must organize a chapter meeting to save Prior James's documents. Okay.
About the chapter meeting.
Talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
All right.
What we have to ask ourselves is, can our St. Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
Hello, gentlemen.
A new relic might also attract more pilgrims.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' Requiem?
Oh, goodness.
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay,
Choir.
brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
Oh, alright.
I was shocked by the prior's death.
We all were. Now, I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
How many rules do you have? You mentioned a new prior?
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt. And without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
Yay, in order to save the documents, all brothers need to attend the meeting. I believe I've seen most of them. Let's go to the kitchen. Tell the guys in the kitchen, not House of the Prior. Let's go to the kitchen. Kitchen. Oops. Boop. Boop. Hey, mister.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
Nice.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you and Remigius quarrel.
Brother Cuthbert?
Do not worry. We are on your side.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. So, let's, exit. Let's go...
No. I heard it, I'm sure.
What?
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
The sacrist agreed to a meeting today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip. I will attend, of course.
What was that?
What was
No
that?
talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something? Yes, I'm sure.
I don't hear anything, you crazies.
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting. Please, come to the chapter house.
Yes, we'll come with you. Yes?
No, not until we've finished.
Okay. Maybe the owl is freaking him out? Owl. Hey, can you stop with the noise making? How do I get the owl out of here?
Did you not hear it?
There will be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh, yes, we will be there. Thank you for letting us know.
Excellent. Okay. Send it to the novices?
Waste of time.
Oh. Oh, here we go. He's old. He still works here. He still lives here. Might as well tell him. I gotta tell Paul.
Brother
over by the wood.
Arnaldus, there's a chapter meeting today.
Today, I'll be there.
Oh, good.
Wouldn't miss that.
Let's go to outside. Go talk to Paul real quick. Oh, they sound horrible. Oh. There we go. Brother Paul, will you also be at the meeting, please? He'll be on my side because I gave him a hot rock.
There will be a chapter meeting soon.
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip. Remember my advice about Remigius.
Full house. Hurrah. So what's your advice?
Brother Paul, a word.
Ask again for advice.
What did you say again about Remigius's weakness?
Nothing makes him angrier than someone who doesn't answer. It's not fitting for a sub-prior.
Ah, so he doesn't like it when people are quiet
I
or
have to
doesn't
leave,
answer.
Brother Paul.
Take care of yourself. It's getting colder, I think.
Poor guy. Okay. Let's, go back. How long is this choir thing gonna take?
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
I knew I could rely on you.
Oh, that's it? Are you guys done? Ah! As soon as I think they're done. I go back into the kitchen.
Hard at work, as usual, Milius?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest.
Every other day, we even have poultry.
Wow.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip. We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the Mother House.
That's interesting
After
him
the
to
election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius, put things right.
Who would vote for Remigius? He would be no better than Prior James.
He is the sub-prior, and he made promises to some of the brothers, like the sacrist. He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the priory's ledgers.
Remigius says James asked for everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
So I've heard. Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving.
Oh, was no one else nominated? Good
Was
question.
no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refuse. I'm too old.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps.
Ah, interesting.
Not since he began talking to the devil.
What?
What?
One day he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side.
That's bizarre. Kind of fill us in.
He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sins?
Okay.
We'll talk more later. Brother Cuthbert.
Philip,
I found your keys.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
That is a sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
I already have.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
All right. I don't know. Nobody's gonna know about that letter, and I was told not to divulge
I
that
will
he
leave
had
you
a
to
letter.
your work.
I will leave you to yours.
Okay. Handles the sacred objects of the priory. Diligent in his work, but angry.
The choir has finished singing.
Oh, nice.
The cantor should find time now. Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip?
Yes.
If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now. The meeting could take a long time.
Oh, the chapter meeting is more important.
The chapter meeting is more important.
I don't think I have any other business. Except for the chapter meeting.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him.
I knew him well, and I know he would agree with me.
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell...
Brothers,
Don't let him speak.
Brothers, please. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, heavens.
hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
There he is.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Maybe none of you truly knew Prior James.
Who does he think he is?
Why are you getting
May
mad?
the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
From some of you, I have heard that the devil walked by the prior's side, that James was followed by the accuser. Tell me, why? Why did he have to suffer?
His finger
God was
points.
testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
Then, the devil had a hand in his last wish as well.
Ooh. Oh, look at that scowl.
So
It's all my fault.
Well, I'm not so sure.
The devil.
If the devil has come to Kingsbridge, we must cast him out. He has come in the ways of neglect and self-righteousness. Let us look into the books and ledgers. Let us look into the problems that have ailed Kingsbridge for much too long.
don't need your meddling.
Well, I suppose...
How dare
I agree.
suggest that?
Hear, hear.
He is right. We should not make room for the devil.
Neither here nor in our hearts.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
Yes, he brought me a hot stone.
That's our Philip. Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
No, to help
We
the priory.
deserve the truth. What are your true intentions?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
No, I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea.
What?
I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
What?
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes,
What?
obviously, much.
Excellent choice.
What?
What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great
Prior
idea.
Philip.
What? Wait a minute, that's not what I came here for.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Holy crap. No! How about no?
Thank you for your kind offer. But we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you.
Oh. Why is it all dark?
We don't
there
have
we go.
much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Yep.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no.
Oh, he
Milius is
said
right.
yes.
Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
Yep.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Rivalry of the Throne Part 2. Let's see what it says. Francis notes about the late King Henry. Alright. Our new King Stephen is supported by most of our Norman overlords, even by the church. His younger brother Henry is Bishop of Winchester and one of the most important priests in all of England. He made Stephen swear an oath to reserve power to the church, which had little influence on political affairs under King Henry. A good day for the church and for us. The trouble is that my Lord Earl Robert of Gloucester, I hope I'm saying that right, is one of the king's bastards. He wants to see his half-sister Maud on the throne, believing she would heavily rely on his guidance and advice during her reign. In the name of Empress Maud, he and his allies have formed a rebellion against King Stephen. Not long now, and there will be war.
Now, let us look for the letter.
Yes. Let us leave barrel, tablets, books, more books. More books. Tablets. Francis tome. Let's try this one.
The handwriting on this tablet is hardly legible. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. Did Prior James write this?
Let's continue looking.
Alright, well, the barrel looks suspect, so we'll look at the barrel. Entirely suspect. Nope.
James spent much time writing in the last 10 years. Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be.
Oh, documents.
Prior James was working on a text. Our God is a consuming fire, and whom he destroyed shall be raised at the end of days and shall destroy him. The first line is from the scripture, but I do not believe the second one is.
Philip, we must focus on the letter.
Ah, ta-da!
Francis,
I found it.
I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations, the Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand?
Wow.
Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
I don't want to. Oh, yay! What's in the letter? Letter dated December 18th, 1135. Robert of Gloucester, name the day, and we will be ready to shed blood in the name of Empress Maud. I and my bondsmen will ride against Stephen of Blois. Blois? Blois? We do not start the war, but we shall unleash it. Stephen himself started it the day he betrayed King Henry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him. Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
No.
Francis.
Not really.
No, I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Bishop of Kingsbridge?
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
Oh, whoa! Francis is committing treason. Ask about Francis's motives.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Wow. Cloak and dagger. Well, I mean, I'm a bit, yeah, well, okay, fine.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Yeah, good question. Those bishops are, like, really high up there. Wow. This is a long one, man of politics. Playing the politic card. Okay. So this is Pillars of Earth. This is the first chapter about Philip, the monk. Let me know in the comments down below how close this follows the actual book. Again, I've not read the book, so I have no clue if this follows along the book. But this is definitely, if it does follow the book, it's definitely the most interesting way I've seen anyone transform a book into another medium. So, wow, absolutely amazing. Like it if you enjoyed this, if you want to see more of this type of point-and-click adventure game. Subscribe, obviously hit the bell icon for future episodes. Thank you for joining me on this point-and-click adventure, and I hope that you join me on another adventure real soon. Bye!